Yo, what is going on, guys? So very special Grandmaster solo video today, and as you can see, we have Doom here just dealt almost 400,000 damage. We're at 1%, we're almost there. But before we get into the actual gameplay, there's a little bit of context that I want to tell you guys about going into this video and kind of why it happened, because there's something on Twitter that happened, and if you're not already following me on Twitter, there's a link down below. It's just Lagacy69. You should drop me a follow. I tweet some funny stuff. You can tweet me any questions you have as well. I try to respond. But Metal Sonic dude, MSD, a good friend of mine, a fellow champion of New York Comic Con. You know, I met him there in 2017, the year I won. He didn't go 2018, and in 2019, the last Comic Con, he ended up winning. He's a really good dude. I've known him for a while, and we kind of have this thing called the Champions Code, where, you know, since we both won the tournament, we kind of like trust each other with stuff. Like, yo, swear on the code, bro. That sort of thing. You know, we're just good times, right? But he tweets us out. So he's like, so far in the Grandmaster solo world, MSD 3, Sweated 2, Legacy Art Plagues 1, Kevin 1, and who's next? And, you know, I saw this, so I'm like, okay, let's troll. You know, I'm not on here, obviously, and because I technically didn't get the solo, but I'm just going to have some fun with it. You know, I'm just joking around. It's Twitter. Who takes Twitter seriously? So I put in a Kevin Hart gif going, wow. It goes like, and because I'm like, you know, like, where's my name? And he's like, sorry, mate, he had 1%, no hard feelings. And what he's referring to is this here, where not only 1%, but literally 1 HP. It doesn't get any closer than this to getting a solo, right? And I have not gone back in to the Grandmaster fight since I uploaded this video. But this whole thing on Twitter, you know, it made me want to jump back in. So I go back in with Doom, practice the fight a little bit, get it down, and then again, and then I have this attempt here. And so I'm going to try to get some intercepts within this last phase. So I get a couple intercepts here. Everything's going good. He's dashing at me. It's going great. I'm like, okay, I can do this, bro. We're so close, 1%. I get comboed a little bit. I'm like, okay, don't panic. I dex literally 5 times a full combo. I hit him, and then I get smacked. And I die again at 1%. And again, not only 1%, 1 HP. And I was just... not only have this happen once, but twice, man. I got up and I was mad. But then, you know, I took a breather. I'm like, all right, you know what? Whatever. I'm going back in. I'm not giving up. So I went, did the whole path again. Come back here. This is the next run. I swapped my team a little bit. I tried Aegon a little bit, warmed up with him a couple times before. But yeah, didn't really like Aegon. So came back in with Doom, and we're gonna try this again, man. This was at like 1 in the morning, and I told myself I'm not sleeping until I get this solo. So let's go. Let's keep going. So I think I make a big mistake here. I got dexterity and parry banned. That's really bad. You see, I got a blunder on me there because you don't want to get light attacks banned last. Ideally, you want them to be banned first. So that was kind of sketchy. And with the path that I take, and MSD takes the same one, it's pretty easy to get through the path without using any items. Most of the time, unless you screw up. But so the special note on this one is that if you get 3 tokens of blunder, that's it. That's lights out. He goes right to a L3 and you're dead. So you can only have 2 tokens of blunder on you before it's game over. Once you get that 3rd one, you're done. So right now I already have 1, so that's not good. But as long as I play perfect, once I exit this phase, I'll lose that token of blunder. So we get to the wounded state. We're gonna go back in here for a full combo. And like I said, I tried Aegon a little bit, and I just really wasn't a fan. I also you know, my Doom is super fresh. I haven't used him in the quest yet, bringing him here, and I'm also running Suicides this time. But with Aegon, you know, you gotta build him up first, and then that costs potions and everything, and not really about it. I have no potions, like, at all. I'm completely wiped out after the Legends run, so I'm also just really comfortable with Doom. I'm comfortable with Aegon as well, but more so once he's all ramped up at a max combo, I'm, like, really confident with Aegon and having the unblockability. After doing all of the Abyss and a couple paths in Labyrinth just for fun, I'm pretty confident with Aegon, but building him up is always kind of sketchy for me, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. So Yeah, just Doom, man. I don't know. It's just something about Doom and just being able to get those heavies off pretty much whenever, as long as you got the shock debuff up, which you can pretty much have up a lot. So yeah, I like Doom. And as you'll see in this first phase, I'm really taking my time. I'm not just going crazy trying to get a bunch of back-to-back intercepts. I get a couple here and there when I see the opportunity, but I'm really just going slow, taking my time, because you really don't need to rush through any of the phases. You can really just take your time. I'm also trying to preserve as much of my health as possible for when I get to that final stage, in case I slip up, in case I get hit, in case of anything. Just to have that health pool. I was also thinking about popping a health boost to help me get the solo, but I feel like that wouldn't be a real solo, so I decided just me and Doom. I want to get it the right way. So we got whiff and attack and intercept, 2 challenges done right away, no problem. And then here we get it's like damage over time effect, but it's kind of weird. So you'll see in the second phase, I try to bait out as many L1s as possible, but right here I'll apply a shock, but it won't count because while he's using the special, all the challenges are paused, and I retaliate so quick that the challenges are still paused. So here again, the shock debuff didn't count, but I just go for an intercept, apply another shock debuff, and that one counts towards the challenge. But it's okay because while they're being paused, I'm giving him more power, more specials, more tokens of competence, and the more tokens that I get when he becomes wounded, just the more attack I'm going to have. And also with Doom, what I like is that you can actually just heavy chain against the wall, which you'll see me do sometimes, but I don't do it too much because I feel like if you do it like more than 3 times, it creates too much distance between you and the Grandmaster, and you'll miss one. I think I do miss one in this fight, and it's like, oh god, that was close. And right there, I like to finish the wounded state with a heavy. That heavy did 400,000 damage. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So here we get intercept. This one's super easy to get when he's against the wall. He pretty much always will go for it. Gonna keep on baiting these L1s. Next up we got whiff and attack. That one's also pretty easy. It's not my favorite one, I don't know, I don't like whiffing. It's just kind of weird, and I usually don't use light attacks. Sometimes I'll accidentally intercept with the light attack while I'm trying to whiff. That's super weird because I never ever intercept with light attacks. Only mediums. That's the only way I like to intercept. So yeah, whiffing, it's kind of weird. But yeah, complete the next challenge. You're just gonna keep giving him that power, keep baiting these specials, and evade, get hit, block. I've gotten pretty good at those. As long as I'm not like right up against my wall and he's like right in front of me, that's really sketchy when he throws the L1. Like when there's like this much distance between you, there's like no time to formulate what to do. You know, that sucks. But luckily for me, he's being pretty good with throwing his specials. And yeah, haven't pushed him to an L2 yet, so that's also good. I'm going to finish with a heavy attack again. Boom, 400,000 damage. We're looking good. Again, we're taking our time. We're going slow. Just keep baiting these L1s. And so far, we've gotten 0 tokens of blunder in the second phase, so that's good. We get whiff and attack again, but I also don't like to go for the whiff while he has power. Unless he's like just not throwing it, but because you can go for the whiff and then he could throw the L1 and catch you with it, and it's unblockable, so that could be bad. That could be very bad. But yeah, next up we got land a crit. That's the one I don't like just because it's kind of RNG. But Doom typically gets the crit within like the window of time that's allotted. But yeah, we're almost out of the second phase. Hopefully like one more wounded state, and we should be able to push him to the final phase, or the third phase. And the final phase is 1%, I guess, and that's the phase that I hate. That's the phase that trips me up the most. So you're gonna do a couple heavies again, bait up the cell 1, farm these tokens, and yeah, we should have enough tokens to push him to to the third state once we get him wounded. So here we gain a buff. This one's super easy, just dex. There we go. I love that one because like as long as you have the mastery, every champion can just easily gain a buff. So here you can see our combos are hitting pretty hard. 220k on that medium. That's real nice. And I go for the heavy, but he is in his the phase between phases, just chilling, so he didn't attack me. Here he's infuriated. I'm just kind of trying to intercept here just to get a little bit of practice for that final phase in the infuriation phase, and it went pretty good. So I'm gonna do a couple heavies here, and see, I think it's right here. I go for one more. There's too much distance created, so it didn't land the heavy, but luckily he didn't attack me, so we're okay. But yeah, we're going to push him to that special one, and we're going to want to bait this out. And now we get Knock Me Down, and this is why I love Doom for this final phase. It's just so easy to knock him down. Like, look how easy that is. You know, with other champions, you might have to use a special. Some champions you can kind of weave in a heavy, but it's kind of sketchy. But with Doom, just a combo, end it with a heavy, you knock him down. Super easy, barely an inconvenience, one would even say. And yeah, gonna keep getting these tokens. I like to get to my L3. I love to finish the wounded states with an L3 just to try to hit the damage cap. We get Knock Me Down again. Perfect, man, perfect. Go for it there, knock him down, no problem. But I see the inverted controls timer is about to come up, so that's when things get sketchy. So bear the special, and I'm gonna knock him down, and then right here they get inverted, and I messed up there, but I was quick to my block. So now I'm inverted. It's so weird. I get him wounded. All right, so now I can chill out the rest of this inverted phase, just wailing on him, and then I'm gonna finish it right here. 2 mediums and just squeak in this heavy tech. There's like a sliver left on the wounded state, so perfect. This is hopefully going to deal the damage cap, which is like 5%, 486,000 or something like that. Getting down to 11%, and boom, yeah, 486,000 damage. I knock him down there just to give us some distance because the inverted control phase was about to end, and now it ended back in normal state. Got to do this normally. There we go. I get the parry. I go for a reparry, but he just throws a heavy. Whatever, get off the 2 parries, we're looking good. One more wounded phase and I should be able to finish the fight. We get backdash, that one's super easy, but I'm getting a little close to my wall. Right here you see, this is probably the closest I've been in proximity to him during an L1, but it was enough distance that I had enough time. If it's any closer, it gets a little sketchy here. We get the parry again. He likes to throw heavies now for some reason after I parry, which is kind of weird, but whatever. I get off the parries and I get backdash again, but you see, I don't just dash back 3 times. You know, he had a special, so I waited for that first, bait this out, and then I'm going to knock him down, and then I'm going to dash back twice just to complete the challenge, and I'm ready for another L1, because sometimes he'll throw it and he'll just catch you with it, man. You got to be careful. We get stand still, super easy challenge, boom, complete it. He's wounded. Gonna go for another little combo here, and before it ends, I'm just gonna get off my L3 because I know this L3 is gonna do whatever damage I have left remaining. He's at 2%, but the L3 will take him down to that final phase, and not only that, it'll create more distance between us, and more distance the better in this final phase. So boom, we're in that final phase, but this time I don't dash back. I hit him on his block to push him back, and I nail a perfect intercept here, boom. And then I'm gonna keep trying to intercept him, keep trying to push him back, and it's going good. I've nailed like 3 in a row. Keep going for it, but here he doesn't go for it. He light intercepts me. I look at the time like, okay, there's enough distance between me and the wall. I'm just gonna back off now. I dash back, dash back, dash back. Boom, baby, he's wounded. Hit him, get that L3 off, and I'm like, dude, is this it? I set my phone and I'm like, come on, this is it, right? This is it, right? And I see that 1% go to 0%. Oh, feels good, man, to finally get it. Hard work truly does pay off. And it was really all thanks to that tweet that MSD did. You know, a little friendly competition never hurt anyone. Competition is actually a good thing because it just makes both sides better competing against each other. So, yeah, it was great, man. We got the solo, and now we're not gonna end it here. We're gonna keep going for more solos. So I'll tell you guys, I already have one more solo completed. I just completed it today. And I have an idea of who I'm going to use for the next one. So if you guys want more Grandmaster solo videos, drop me one of these. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Peace out.